And while we're here, or nearby, Into the Unknown says Procyon 3, but that's near Alpha Centauri. But right next to us is Chief Sugiyama at Paradiso. So we'll go ahead and set a course for that. Set a course to Porama 2, Paradiso. We'll make the jump. Oh, and take a look at that. We can hold 140. So yeah, we just need to increase our jump range, but we have plenty of fuel to do so. That's a good thing. All right, let's make the jump. Grab drive set. Where is the grab drive button in this thing? Oh, nice and easy. No flippity switch.
Yes, we're here. Look at those beautiful stars.
All right, and the unidentified ship still in orbit, just chilling. But we are off to Porama 2 and Paradiso. Ooh, take a look at this place. It is built up nice. It's a shame we are landing at night. Should we catch some shut-eye until the sun comes up, I wonder? Plus, it wouldn't hurt to feel awoken and refreshed. Yeah, here we go. Oh, we'll grab a med pack, sure. Yeah, we'll catch some shut-eye. It is 10 o'clock at night, but it's only 40 minutes universal time. All right, so we need to sleep for about 8 hours or so, and that's only 5 hours in the grand scheme of things. This thing must spin like crazy. All right, we are here, Vasco holding down the landing, and we're in our street clothes. Awesome, so a good planet to land on. Sun should be up in about an hour or so, I would say. Ooh, now I wonder, nah. At this particular time, we cannot see the ship. Chilling up there. All right, so security office right here at the landing bay. Chief Sugiyama, I believe, was the contact. Oh, nothing like early morning freaking bulbs in your face. Hello, officer.
It may be paradise. That doesn't mean we don't run into trouble from time to time.
I imagine. I'm here to see your supervisor. Hello, Chief.
Welcome to Paradiso. Jiro Sugiyama at your service. Do you have a security concern, or is there something else I can help you with?
Well, I know I'm in a different ship, but you sent out that distress call.
Ah, yes, of course. I'm glad you came. As you can imagine, we're in a bit of a predicament. Under normal circumstances, we would not enlist outside help in this manner. But this is a matter we can't afford to worry our guests about.
Of course.
As such, we need to handle this discreetly. Failure on your part to do so could have severe consequences.
Discreet. Got it.
Before we proceed, can you swear not to discuss this with anyone else unless explicitly directed to do so?
Understood. Swear it. Just let me know what you need me to do.
Great. I appreciate it. Not too long ago, a strange and enormous ship appeared in Porama space. It is now locked in orbit around our planet.
Gotcha.
So far, it doesn't seem to be hostile, but any attempts to communicate with it have been in vain, so we're unsure of the ship's intentions.
All right. Yep, delicate situation. Oh, what do you think we're dealing with?
Can't say for sure. Looks worn, but not cobbled together like a Crimson Fleet junker. Others have been saying it's some new Varun design, a gigantic battleship with hidden armaments preparing for assault, but that doesn't check out either. There's also been talk about non-human sentient life. The comms data we received might support that, but humanity's spread far and wide and no one's ever encountered anything like that. Still, first contact. Could you imagine?
Yeah, that'd be insane. And they didn't respond to any communications.
Not quite. It took some time, but we received a transmission. It was all, pardon the phrasing, it sounded almost alien, like nothing anyone's heard before. Clicks, distorted groans, buzzing, really disturbing sounds. Now, one of our engineers says it could just be some busted comm equipment or incompatible signals, but we're not sure. So far, no one's disembarked from the ship. No landing craft, nothing. We don't have the staff or ships to spare, otherwise we'd dock with it and attempt to board.
All right, and what kind of ship is it, and any idea who it belongs to? Have you seen any markings on the outside?
There's no discernible markings or allegiances to any manufacturers we're aware of. I'm hoping that doesn't mean we're dealing with some sort of new deep space threat.
Have you heard of the Xenon? It is a delicate situation. Go on.
It is. Whatever's going on, we need to approach this with care.
Gotcha.
First,
well, I've got
see
some
if
booze.
you have more luck communicating with them. If not, you may have to try boarding. Whatever you do, it's important to remember to seek diplomacy with who or whatever's on board.
Yes, diplomacy
As soon
is
as you
profitable.
have any more information, report to Oliver Campbell. He's the CEO of Paradiso. All formal decisions will need to go through him, and he'll have your pay. Good luck.
All right. On behalf of the CEO, we're working, eh? All right. Yeah, I figure we can't take anything from your office. Thank you, Chief.
Paradiso
All right, so
Security's
first
only here
step
for your safety.
is to hail that ship floating out there right above us. So we can do that. See if we get anything else from them. Andreja, I know we just got here, but we're leaving. All right, let's take off, get to orbit. It should be right in front of us when we get up there. All right, unidentified ship. All right, you're breaking up. Different channel? All right, I don't know if repeating it's going to do anything. It's almost like a beacon. Yeah, nothing. This is Lisa. All right. I'm going to attempt a docking procedure and we can talk on board. All right, let's get in close, dock up, say hello.
What's
So
new?
one thing I noticed, the docking clamp is the same size as ours, so this technology is compatible with what we need it to do. All right, unidentified ship. All right, speak with the ship's captain, and since this is Diplomacy 101, I believe we have some things that can aid in our diplomacy. All right, we got 4 of those. Let's take some Hippolyta. All right, we're good. Let's speak with the ship's captain. Remember, Andreja, do not fire unless fired upon.
You're human.
And you are. Yeah, human. I didn't know there were other options.
Oh, pardon my ignorance. We just didn't expect to find people out here. We didn't think anyone else left Earth before us.
You thought you were the only ones? I am afraid you have been unaware of a great many things.
Perhaps we should greet our guests.
Of course. Manners. I'm Captain Diana Brackenridge.
Captain?
This is Security Officer Bomani Reader. And this is Dr. Mabuti da Costa, one of our elders.
A pleasure to meet you.
All right. I'm here to help. Or, yeah, what is this ship?
You've come aboard the Earth colony ship, Constant. Generations ago, we set forth from the planet Earth with the mission of colonizing a new habitable world in the spirit of our ancestors nearly a millennium ago.
A millennium ago. Okay. I'm Lisa. I'm here to help.
I see. As you may have presumed, we're in a bit of a bind. Our ship has finally completed its near 200-year journey from Earth, only to find our new home seemingly colonized by, well, we don't know. Communications haven't been successful, so your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps you'd be willing to act as a middle person between ourselves and the others.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. And why didn't your communications work?
We're not entirely sure. Our engineers believe it's possible that our technology just isn't compatible with theirs. All we hear when using them to communicate with anyone is a bunch of disturbing noise. It gave me the heebie-jeebies at first.
And how did you all survive for 200 years?
Well, the short answer is, we didn't. It's a generation ship, which is to say that most of us lived long, happy lives on board and passed our mission down to our children.
Fell?
It was never intended that the original crew would make it to our destination. The goal was always the preservation of the human race above all else. Though, it would seem that was perhaps a bit presumptuous.
Alright, so you know about the people on the surface.
We do. Well, sort of. We saw structures using our surveying equipment. We've also seen the various ships pass us by. Some even seemed to want to communicate, but couldn't. Of course, we had no idea that they were being piloted by other humans.
Yeah, you're lucky they just didn't blow you out of the sky. How long did it... how did it take you so long to get here?
Ah, your question confirms one of our recent theories. It would seem that some form of faster-than-light travel or space-bending technology was invented during our long journey. That would explain why we would find people this far out into space. I guess technology leapfrogged us at some point. Interesting.
Indeed, there is a
I can
lot.
only imagine that our predecessors didn't believe the technology would ever work, and so they made the decision to leave when they did.
Alright, you know those other human beings, and they were here first.
Of course, we know that now. Human or not, we were still unable to communicate our intentions. As soon as we discovered them, we fully expected negotiations would be necessary.
And that's why I'm
Now
here.
then, please follow me. There's much to discuss first. We'll speak more on the matter once we reach the bridge.
Hopefully quickly, because I'm under the influence of drugs.
Dr. DaCosta, you may return to your quarters if you wish.
Thank you, Captain.
I will follow you to the bridge, ma'am. For security purposes.
Of course.
I do not believe we have need to fear our guest, but I'll allow it if you insist.
So how did you end up being captain, or
Welcome to the Earth colony ship Constant.
Thank you.
In the early 2100s, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, researched a number of scientific scenarios. Climate change, asteroid impact, nuclear war, global pandemic, and more.
Sure.
Each scenario showed the likelihood of an extinction-level event to be within 50 years. He fully believed Earth was destined to be rendered uninhabitable. We've always assumed that's what happened.
Yep.
The Constant
So,
is a
he gathered the
peaceful
best
ship.
and brightest he could
Don't
find,
change that.
built the Constant, and set a course for this planet here. We were told that it was the largest, most advanced ship ever constructed on Earth at the time. If you can believe, entire generations have been born, lived, and died on this ship.
Yeah.
It really goes to show that there are no limits to human ingenuity and perseverance.
Just stay out of trouble.
So this is the bridge then.
We've
All
got
right.
strict rules around here, but they're strict for a reason.
I am both shocked and impressed that all of this is still functional.
Yeah, me as well. 200 years, your maintenance crew had to be on point, right?
Anything to report?
Still nothing new, Captain.
As you were.
All right, Captain. Sounds like you could use some help with your situation here.
Well, as I mentioned, we've been unsuccessful in communications with anyone up until you arrived, though not for lack of trying. But since you're asking, maybe you'd be willing to be a sort of diplomat between us and them as we attempt to resolve our situation. Does that sound agreeable to you?
Yeah, but first, what's wrong with your communication system?
We suspect that our equipment is woefully obsolete compared to whatever you all have now. In all honesty, we never expected to need to communicate with anyone, so our comms aren't particularly robust. That limits our options.
Gotcha.
We even attempted communicating with lights and sounds, something we saw in an old movie, but I don't believe they picked up on it.
Yeah, I don't think they
It may
watched
have
Independence
inadvertently
Day.
alarmed them.
Yeah, the people in Paradiso want the same. I'll help.
Ah, so they have a name. Paradiso. And it sounds promising that they sent you here to speak with us. You see, we intended to settle here, but we assumed that they intend to defend their claim given their presence here.
Yeah, you could say
We'd
that.
like you to go speak to them on our behalf and help us negotiate a solution, preferably one that favors us.
Well, I'll try to do one that favors both, right? And why not find another planet?
Based on the data our ancestors had when they launched this endeavor, it was determined that this was the perfect planet for us. Even if we had another viable candidate planet, we lack the resources to get there. And as you know, it took us 200 years to get here. Our people have no desire to go back to drifting the stars so their children's children can possibly settle on an inferior planet.
Oh no, you just hop on a ship and come with us. We can get you there lickety-split. All right, I can do it if you tell me what you'd like me to say to them.
Excellent. Make no mistake, this is our planet, and we intend for them to see this our way.
Oh no, that's not going to
Speak with
happen.
their leadership and see if you can negotiate a solution on our behalf. Preferably, get them to see things our way. Report back to me and let me know what they say, and we'll go from there.
Look, they're human, and they say that they got here first. They're not going to just give it up to someone who thinks they should have been here 200 years ago. Yeah, why not settle on the other side of it, away from the others?
We thought about it, but it simply won't do. I need to think about the distant future of our people. Sure, our first settlement may be small, but our predecessors dreamt of our new civilization spreading across the globe. That will be difficult if someone else plans to do the same. While we're not completely close to the idea of sharing, it's much easier if we have complete domain over this world.
Complete domain? Yeah, I don't think there's any way they'll go for that.
I'm serious. We have a rightful claim to this land, and I intend to fight for it. But as you're currently our only hope, perhaps you'll honor my request and give it your all, for the sake of some very weary travelers who have come a very long way to be here. Thank you.
Captain, I'm gonna be honest, we're talking about humans. And you know how humans are. Well, maybe you don't. Okay, so when people put their flag in the ground, they declare that it's theirs. And very rarely do they just say, oh, you wanted it before us? We'll give you our flag. Yeah, this is gonna be a little bit more difficult than I imagined. We're gonna need a lot of that Hippolyta, I believe. Ooh, the Botany Bay. I wonder if they're gonna try to transplant all of that stuff. Med Bay.
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
Yeah, speaking of which, what are you carrying? No, shotgun? All right. Interesting, I'd like to see their armory, if I'm honest. See what kind of weapons came from Earth 200 years ago. Yeah, let's check the med bay. I wanna see the doctor. Ooh, now I'm not gonna lie. This is nice indeed.
Boy, am I glad you weren't some sort of alien or something.
Hey, Nissa? Nissa from the... I guess not. Oh, nice artificial sound. Or are those real birds? I think they're just pumping in sound, if I'm honest. Oh, little itty-bitty plants. So they have horticulture.
Such a long time to survive
hydroponics.
on only the foods that can be grown here.
There's so much to say.
All right. Yeah, nice setup you got.
An optional.
Yeah, med bay.
Wow,
Hi, I'm here to see the
Now that we know what's
doctor.
out there, things are going to be more interesting from here on
Are you the doc?
Wow.
No, you're just a colonist.
heard
A
about you.
mausoleum? Oh
Here
no.
you are.
Is this the morgue? Mausoleum records. We pay respects to those that came before us to preserve the human race. Wow. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Makes sense though.
I wonder what it's like out there beyond our little community.
That depends on where you end up. Alright, storage room. Oh, okay. Someone's been doing some work. Trauma and med packs. Yeah, imagine they're not gonna let me take their medical supplies. And with good reason. Some sort of an iron lung. Before sealing inpatient overnight. Ha! Alright.
Sometimes
Doctor!
difficult choices must be made. We did what we believed we needed to do to keep humanity alive on this ship.
Yeah, placing the mission first.
How is it I don't know you? I know everyone on this ship.
Not anymore. I'm a visitor from outside the ship.
Oh my. Yes, of course. Sorry, I was with a difficult patient when the announcement came through. But now I remember. They sent my husband, Mabuti, to greet you.
Oh, Mabuti.
It's quite fortunate that you arrived when you did, for Mabuti's sake. Hopefully you can help resolve our current predicament.
Oh, yeah? For Mabuti's sake, it didn't seem like anything was wrong with him.
There isn't. At least not in the medical sense. Since he was one of the eldest on board, he was ready to volunteer for termination. Thankfully,
Excuse me?
Since you've arrived, that no longer seems necessary.
Termination? You mean...
It means that he was going to volunteer his own life for the sake of the others on this ship, due to limited spaces and supplies. Like the others, his life would then be honored with special distinction and recorded for history. Rarely we had to make difficult choices when no one would volunteer. But Mabuti, he's too generous to let that happen.
Huh? Yeah, hopefully the situation no longer calls for that.
I certainly hope so too. It shouldn't.
It does seem to be resolved, thankfully. That is all. Very well.
All right. So I wonder if there was a by numbers that the burst could not outrun the deaths. Oh. All right. The command level, residence, and maintenance? This ship's something. Let's go command level. All right, so I think we were actually on command. Yeah, let's check out the engine. Let's see engineering and what's going on there. Excuse me, security. Engineering in the mess hall. Yeah, what kind of food y'all got? We'll take a look at engineering. All right. A reactor computer requires the key. Yeah, we're not gonna power down the reactor.
I've lived my entire life in the Constant. I'm not sure how else to live.
Engineering control computer alpha. Are you the engineer? Oh, just a colonist.
We've got work to do. Let's get to it.
Interesting. I try. Yeah, I can see that. Nope, just a colonist. Engineering beta.
If the other colonists knew how many times the Constant almost came apart at the seams, whew, thankfully I never let it.
Yeah, good engineer is hard to find.
I was hoping to talk to our visitor from outer space, and here you are! Welcome. I have a million burning questions, but I won't overwhelm you. There will be plenty of time for that later. Please, indulge me just a couple.
Sure.
How did you do it? Did humanity finally discover faster than light travel and eclipse our poor old ship?
Oh yeah. We have a tech called Grav Drive that allows a ship to bend in space.
I knew it. It's incredible! I read about this technology in our archives from Earth, but it was only theoretical back then. Amazing! I'll have to learn more.
Sure.
Oh, I've got so many questions, but I'm being rude. I haven't even given you my name. Chief Engineer Kazemi, but you can call me Amin. And, I might add, I'm one of the reasons we're still floating out here today.
Oh, of course. I wouldn't doubt that a bit. All right. I'm Lisa. There's something else I need to talk to you about, I mean.
Yes, of course. Anything for my new friend.
Oh, yeah. Let's see, with a ship this old, do you have any good heroic engineering stories?
Many years ago, when I was a junior engineer, the reactor's computer burned out. The computer that controls the reactor's various regulators.
Yeah?
I'll spare you the details, but when that happens, the ship and everyone on it is in danger of turning into a mess of hot slag. I had
Is
to
it
jury rig
nuclear?
parts from old media devices to prevent a meltdown. And that's how I became the boss around here.
All right. Okay, you said you had more questions for me.
Yes, so many. Does everyone have their own spaceships like you? Do people only live on naturally habitable planets, or did they learn to terraform? Are we in contact with alien species? I have so many more, but I don't want to take up all your time.
Ah, no worries. All right, not everyone has ships, but many people do.
Haha! I knew it! Incredible! Amazing! Simply amazing! In our ancestors' time, only the very wealthy could afford to build ships. Even this ship was only possible by our families pulling together nearly all of their financial resources.
No terraforming, but there's colonies on inhospitable planets. We just use hab units and suits.
I'm not surprised. The amount of energy it would take to terraform an entire planet seems improbable. I can assume these types of colonies are strictly for mining and gathering rare resources, since there
Yeah, I
are
got one
nearly
myself,
limitless
actually.
habitable planets to choose from out there.
And no sentient life as far as we can tell, but diverse living creatures.
Disappointing, but not unexpected. When you showed up, I tried to tell the others about the Fermi paradox.
Where
I
is
suggested
everyone?
That the most
Yep.
likely explanation for you was that humanity had developed faster, more advanced technology and had leapfrogged us. Seems I was right.
All right, that's it for now.
Ah, thank you for taking the time to talk with me. I can have a bit of a big personality, I'm told. So let me know if I ever get on your nerves.
No, I can put myself in your position. All right, let's get out of here. Thank you, Chief.
See you.
All right, let's get out of here. Thank you, Chief. All right, next up, mess hall, because I want to see what kind of food they're serving.
These are
I imagine it might
times,
be.
aren't they?
Oh yeah, an ornate starter. Oh, a Walkman. Oh man, take a look at that. Antique computer with a one-button mouse. That is so cool. All right, what you guys eating?
These are exciting.
What we got? Spaghetti carbonara. That stuff looks good. That looks really good. Yeah, serving line. Hello.
Keeping track of all our supplies is more difficult than you might think.
I can imagine. Daisuke.
Hi there. Oh.
What? Yeah, you're nervous? Don't worry, I don't bite.
I know. I'm fine. It's just that we've never really had visitors, right? Up until recently, we didn't even believe it was possible.
Yeah, perfectly understandable.
Right? We've been cooped up together in this ship all our lives. So outside of births, there's literally no way for new people to arrive, you know? Anyway, sorry for freezing up before. I just didn't expect our visitor from the outside to stop by and chat with me. I figured, if anything, you'd be with the captain.
Yep, been there, done that.
The ship's provisions manager. I'm not sure what I can offer you, but if I can help, I will. And if not, I'm happy just to talk.
Yeah, where do you get supplies if you've never had contact with anyone?
We manage. I know back on Earth, there used to be stores all over the place. Some that even specialize in specific types of goods, if you can imagine. But here, this is it. We have very limited supplies. Most of our stuff is recycled. Even the food. In a roundabout way. If you know what I mean.
You
It
eat
works
your
out
own
for
poop.
the most part. Because it has to. You'll sense a running theme with that around here.
Yeah, and this is a shop?
Not really. Things don't work that way here. It's not a shop like you hear about in the books and movies. Or, where you're probably from. Almost everything is communal or shared in some way, but sometimes people want a little something extra or special for themselves. So when that happens, they come to me. Mostly, I just keep track of the ship's inventory and help ration the supplies so we don't run out.
Oh man,
See you
that's
around.
gotta be tough. Thanks, Daisuke. Yeah, I imagine growing.
Time before we were alone.
I'm going to use your stove. Yeah, can't make any food, unfortunately. But nice, nice heating, nice stove you got here. Specials, days in space. Clean your spacesuit after each use. Yeah, I can imagine that it might get a little bit rank. Ooh, a classroom? Yeah, let's see what kind of
we were never trained to
books and
address threats
information.
from outside our ship.
All right, class. Oh, history. You're great. No, you're great. Yeah. Amala's journal. Who's Amala? 2141. Ezra passed in his sleep. Yeah, I'll leave this here. A young first-generation teenager who lived shortly after it launched. That's crazy. Ah, the detention corner. You sit over here and you do your work.
Captain Brackenridge says the future is bright, but I think the constant was pretty bright
I
too.
bet you've been
so
on
I don't
lots
really know
of
what
cool
she
space
thinks.
adventures. Just like in the old movies.
Hello,
Just
Julia.
thinking of all the knowledge we can share between us and the other Earth survivors. Hello there. Given that I don't know you, you must be this visitor I've been hearing so much about.
That's me.
I'm Julia, the Constant's chief historian. It's nice to meet you on this momentous occasion.
Yeah, you're part of history too. What can you tell me about the Constant?
As chief historian, I can tell you a lot, probably. What do you want to know?
All right. Who were the original crew?
We're the descendants of wealthy elites, intellectuals, artists, scientists, and others who left Earth in 2040 to
2040?
spread humanity to the
Wow.
stars. The thinking was that Earth's days were numbered for a variety of reasons. Our finder, Rupert Brackenridge, had the foresight to plan for the worst. Thus, he constructed this colony ship to settle what seemed like the most habitable planet we could find, knowing full well it would take generations to reach. We suspected that we may have been the only ones to leave Earth, given that no one else seemed to have the same idea. I'm glad we appear to be wrong.
Yep, humanity made it. And how long have you been traveling?
Well, we launched Tuesday, September 27th, 2140. So, about 190 years now. Would have been longer, but it turns out we have an ace navigator who saved us some time with some tricky maneuvers.
Gravity, slingshots, all that good stuff. And why is it called the Constant?
ECS stands for Earth Colony Ship. We wanted a fairly inclusive name to represent the planet, and not a particular nation of origin. There was an old colony ship that sailed across the oceans of Earth from a country called England to settle on a new continent. It was called either the Susan or Sarah Constant. No one seems to know for sure. So ours was shortened to just Constant. Ironically enough, that ship also reached what they thought was new land and found it populated when they arrived. As chief historian, I can tell you a lot, probably. What do you want to know?
All right, I think
You know
I've had
where to
enough.
find me if you ever want to know more.
All right. And what does it mean to be chief historian?
If you ask around, people will either tell you my job is absolutely critical to the mission, or I just hang out, read, and watch movies. There's more to it than that. Officially, I'm assigned to the role of chief historian. Generations ago, it used to be lawkeeper of humanity, but that seemed a bit too lofty.
Yeah.
While I don't think my job is as important as captain, engineering officer, or cultivation manager, it's still vital to our mission.
All right, do you enjoy what you do?
I do. But sometimes it's frustrating to convince some people that my job is important, since it's not directly related to our continued survival. There was a time where I thought my sister was the lucky one, running the hydroponics farm and being responsible for feeding everyone on board. But I grew to like my work, and working with children is nice, especially since I'll never have any of my own.
Yeah, sorry if this is too personal, but why can't you have children?
It's okay. I don't mind you asking. I'm actually proud of my choice. It's a great honor to give up one's ability to have a family so that others may. As you can imagine, a population limit is a necessity on board a colony ship. I made my choice long ago to give others the chance to have a larger family should they wish. Though, I suppose I don't need to worry about that now. Maybe it's time to consider it.
Yeah! And you were assigned.
Of course. Everyone was assigned their roles here. We don't choose our roles, since there are only so many of us, and every job is critical.
But what if you suck at your
Someone has
job?
to prove themselves either exceptionally bad at their job or exceptionally good at another in order to be moved. But that rarely happens.
All right. And what are the duties of chief historian? Sitting out, hanging out, watching movies?
I run the educational programs aboard the ship for all the children and any adults who are looking to learn about Earth history. We try to have group sessions some evenings where we read old Earth literature, watch old films, listen to music, and the like. So yes, I hang out with children and watch movies, but it's more involved than that. We historians are charged with keeping Earth culture alive so that we never forget where we came from.
Yep, sounds like important work.
Thanks for saying so.
All right. Thank
Another
you.
time then?
Another time.
Dad were scared.
And what is today's lesson? I love space.
You
Movie
seem
night in the
okay.
lounge. Yeah, people are all about the movies. Record, 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 record. Survival killing or survival response? Space equals big, huge if true. Yeah, I would say that. Remember, always double check your work. Yep, make sure your name's on it. Make sure, you haven't looked over someone's shoulder.
Not an alien, but that would have been so cool.
Miss
Yeah, it
Yang
would
said
have.
We're experiencing history right now, and that there will
Nice
be
little
books written
projector.
about us. I'm gonna be in a book.
Yep, excuse me. Kind of small, but I guess teachers always had to provide. What is on this computer? It looked like it's on. Nope. Oops, sorry. I kicked your computer. My bad. All right, so let's get back. Talk to the man in charge in Paradiso. Let them know what the humans are essentially thinking. But they are not going to go for being told that these humans that just sort of cruised on up have laid claim already. Just doesn't make sense in the grand scheme of things to them. Boris Breckenridge, Alexander Breckenridge, Diana Breckenridge, Felipe Breckenridge, and Eliza Breckenridge. I guess the command crew, if you're a Breckenridge, you're gonna be captain. And that doesn't, Then I'm sure that, in the travel stages, ooh, great expectations. Cool. I'm sure that, the captain's quarters.
Stay out of trouble.
Hey, Diana? What does your room look like? What are you working with? Hockey stick. Wow. Tell you what, coffee mug with liquid happiness. Dartboard. ECS captain uniform. Yeah, I'm not gonna take her uniform. Symbol game. Don't know the symbol game. Is this your private restroom? Indeed. Need to take out your trash though, but I'm sure there's an orderly that can take out the captain's trash. Oh, the library. Records room, eh?
I wonder what it's like out there beyond our little community.
Yeah, it just depends on who you run into. Oh, finally got back to the frickin' airlock. That took way longer than it needed to be. Hey, Vasco. All right, let's get back down to the planet. Let the CEO know what's going on, and I have a bad feeling he's not going to be accommodating.
Hello, and welcome back, Mr. Tofik. I am aware that this is your 8th visit to our resort. Your repeat patronage is much appreciated. Is there any assistance I may offer you today?
Actually, a question. Usually, when I come here, the shuttle takes a certain route, showing me the beauty of this world. But this time, our entries seem to take longer, and we pass by a lot more open water. Was there something wrong with our normal flight path?
Oh.
I heard the rumors of a ship in orbit.
Please allow me to apologize for this inconvenience. This alternate entry was required due to a meteor shower affecting the usual descent route. Nothing to worry about. To make up for this, allow me to credit your account with a 15% discount on spa amenities. Once again, we are dreadfully sorry.
It's okay, Viator. I know you're programmed to be overly concerned with your service. I just wanted to know why. But thank you for crediting my account anyway.
Yeah, my account too.
It is my sincerest wish that this humble robot servant has brightened your day. If I have failed in any way, please know that I am dreadfully sorry.
Oh, some credits to my account would make up for it,
Welcome back,
Viator.
esteemed guest. Thank you for once again choosing Paradiso for your vacation destination.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be much of a vacation, though. All right, so we'll step inside Paradiso and, yeah, break the news, I suppose.
We try to stay out of the guests' way, but we're always here if need.